Have you ever sat at your work desk and thought, there has to be more than this? More freedom, more control, more security, more options than this. And if you're searching for a beginner-friendly way to start an online business, learn digital skills, and create a backup plan for your future, this video is definitely for you. And I want you to stay until the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing one mindset shift that changed everything for me and why most beginners stay stuck. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering why so many people feel stuck in a traditional work cycle, the moment that I discovered there was another option, what I am learning and learned about building an online business, why you don't need experience to start, the one biggest mistake is that most beginners make. Welcome back, and if you're new here, my name's Laiken and I help everyday people to learn simple digital skills to discover more ways to build their freedom, build confidence, and more options for their future. Now let's be honest, the world is changing so fast, jobs aren't as secure as they used to be, technology is evolving and AI is taking over everything. More and more people are realizing that relying on one single income is risky. If that's you, you're not alone. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever felt exhausted from doing everything right, everything that you're supposed to be doing? You're working hard, you're showing up every single day, you're doing your best, but somehow it still feels like you're running on a treadmill that never stops. I know that feeling. For years, I believed that the answer was to simply work harder. More hours, more effort, more sacrifices. But eventually, I realized something. Working harder is not the problem. The problem was that I only had one option, one source of income, one path, one plan. Especially when life gets expensive, when unexpected bills pop up, when the future feels uncertain. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you've wondered, what if something happens to my job tomorrow? What if I need more flexibility? What if I want more freedom for myself and my family? Those questions kept me up at night. And then one day, I found a video not too different from this one you're watching. Now, it wasn't some magic solution. It wasn't a lotto ticket. It wasn't an overnight success story. What it showed me was way more valuable than that. It showed me that everyday normal people like you and me are learning skills. They're building simple online systems and they're creating more opportunities for themselves, for their futures. People just like me, people who started with doubts, people who started with fears, people who started without experience. And that changed how I saw my future. Now, in a moment, I'm going to explain why this discovery was so powerful and why so many people overlook this opportunity. What I learned is that successful online businesses aren't built by luck. They're built using a recipe. Think about baking a cake. If you don't have the right ingredients and you don't follow the recipe, you can't expect a beautiful cake to pop out. Building an online business is exactly the same. The ingredients are learning, consistency, action, support, and patience. So many beginners skip steps and then they expect to see results. But every single successful person that I know followed the process, step by step. They learned, they practiced, and they improved. Over time, things started changing. Their confidence grew, their skills improved, and their opportunities expanded. That is why I always tell my beginners, don't focus on becoming an expert overnight. Focus on doing slightly better every single day, because small actions repeated consistently creates a massive result over time. Now, here's another very important lesson. You don't need to feel ready to start. Most people think that they need to feel confident to be able to start, but confidence does not come until you take action. I remember when I started, I was not confident. Actually, I was so nervous that I didn't even want to show my face. I thought that I was going to do faceless marketing. But then when I thought about it, I decided I just need to jump in. I just need to break the ice with that very first video and then I will be fine. And I did it. And look where I am today. Yes, I was nervous. Yes, I had questions. Yes, I wondered if I was even capable of doing this. But you know what? Every step I took gave me more certainty. Every lesson I learned built more confidence. Every small win showed me what was possible. Now let's get to the biggest mistake that keeps so many people stuck. Waiting. Waiting for the perfect time, waiting until you know everything, waiting until you feel ready, waiting until fear disappears. But fear rarely disappears until you take action. Action is what creates confidence. Action is what creates growth. Action creates opportunities. And no, the people who've changed their lives are not fearless. They simply made a decision to take that very first step. And that's why this message is so important, because your future doesn't change without you wanting it to change. You need to want it bad enough. Change does not happen through learning. Change happens through growing, through taking action, one step at a time. So my friend, if you're enjoying this video, please go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe for more tips, for more encouragement, and more strategies about learning and growing and building your own online business and a better future for yourself and your family. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Please go ahead and comment the word freedom if you are ready to start learning digital skills and creating and building more opportunities for yourself and your family. Now remember this, you don't need to know everything, you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to have it all figured out. You literally just need to take the next step. You need to make a decision to learn, a decision to grow, a decision to create more options for your future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.